Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. My name is Martindogger. I try to make videos and give you a slightly new free gameplay experience and help you out in World of Tanks Blitz. So, it is with a bit of hesitation that I'm going to tell you that I'm not quite sure about today's video. And I think you will all have those moments where you are not too sure on what to do. Should I get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee? Should I go left or right? Should I load a premium round or not? Should I visit my parents? I really should make that phone call to my mom right now. I should probably start doing my homework because it's getting late and my mom and dad have already shouted up the stairs to me, "Have you done your homework?" And I replied yes, and well, I haven't really, but I should do it. But I'm not too sure if I want to, and well, feelings like that, when you're not too sure about the tank, that's the feeling I had / have with this tank, the T69. I'm just not sure on what to think of it. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that and what made me uncertain about this tank in today's video. But first, let's show a comment on the recent top 5 worst tanks in Blitz videos, because that tank, the T69, featured on that video as well. And as you can see, it's an autoloader, and I've played it for a few bits. And this is the comment I got on the video. And it was sent in by Dotboy. "The minute you said T69 oof on the list, I immediately disliked it. You obviously don't know how to play it." And I replied to him, "I know how to play, but it's just a bad tank in terms of win rate." At martindogger, that boy replied, "I don't have a bad WR with it. It's one of the tanks with the highest WR for me. Sorry if it seemed like I lashed out. I was just surprised." And yes, I was a bit surprised too, because this tank T69, the 3 games you're gonna see in today's video are back to back, and I already have that tank over there, the T54E1, which is the successor in the line towards the T57 Heavy, and I think I already have about 70-80k of the experience needed to get the T57 Heavy done already. I already have that in the bag, but I also wanted to ace this one. I tried to ace all of my tanks, and I may or may not have already sold some of the collectible tanks, but yeah, what a point. And I may have sold one of them already, not quite sure, but I didn't have the ace for this one, so I decided to just take it out for a spin, try to get the ace game, and these 3 games are back to back. And I digress a bit, but like said, I was surprised to actually find this tank in the worst win rate box, basically, because I was expecting to see an 88 over there, or an 87, or an Emil, or any other of those tanks. Not that this one was a really good one for me, and I'm happy I've sold it now. I had no intentions of keeping it in the garage. Because it has some things going for it and some things absolutely not going for it. But the main thing it has is an autoloader, and we will get to the full statistics later, obviously, as we go towards this Jagdtiger, which is completely isolated and getting hammered now by me and the rest of the team. And we can put 1 shot in, 2 shots in, and nearly a 3rd one as well. But yeah, this is the good thing about the tank. It is an autoload, and if you catch tanks on their own, off guard, isolated, and you can unload your entire clip, then it is a funky tank. I want to try to reset B cap. I'm going to die in there as well. This is going to be a first class, and it's just boring stuff at the end. So let's hop into stats and numbers. Or maybe first some garage stuff. You can see the consumables, provisions, and ammo loadout I have. And I had nothing but this setup, basically. The calibrated shells, improved modules, and improved optics. And I had no intention of using any more equipment on the tank. And just to do a quick comparison, the T69 actually isn't the worst performing Tech 3 tank at the moment, tier 8 medium Tech 3 tank, that's now the SDA1. But all of these tanks share more or less the same guns with 90 mils 8.8, a 20 pounder which is an 83, and they get 100 on the T34-2 and the T44. But you can see the penetration on the T69, that's 173, that's not a lot. I think you should always run calibrated shells. That's a bit of a no-go, no-brainer basically. Don't run the Vents. The DPM, it's not brilliant, but it is not bad either. I think you will want to have that added penetration value. Because you do 225 in terms of alpha damage. And the T44 has bad penetration as well, and so does the T34-2, but they get 280 for a punch with each penetrating shot. You have only 225, and if you then miss a shot, or as you've just seen on Castillo, are unlucky with the RNG, you can't even kill a 2-shot IS-3. And in terms of armor profile, it just isn't really there. You can see it is a bit troll around the bottom of the oscillating turret and the top part, and it has some flat angles around the gun, and if you move the turret about it becomes reddish from time to time. But don't expect to have a lot of bounces unless you can go hull down and are facing same tier or bottom tier mediums and light tanks. So, Marty, then why make this review? Why would you want to show this tank? Well, I had some good games in it, and as I said, these were back-to-back, and I'm really kind of confident because that game on Castillo just now was a first class, and I was thinking, right, I've done a first class with capturing a base, and I think it was about 2k damage, not sure. I would have to check. But that was a first class, and I was thinking, right, the ace bar on this thing is like really low. I could do this. I can get an ace on it. I wanted to go forward on vineyards and go spotter basically and get into this position. And if you can get the tank held down like this, and if you can unload your shots on an unsuspecting target, then you can do well. But look at that again. I mean, I do get this shot in, but that's a low roll, 200. I bounced one shot as well because that Type 62 wiggled around. 173 base penetration on your AP is just not going to cut it. And as said, I am running the calibrated shells. And the calibrated shells, they give me better penetration. And I then have 182, and even that was not enough to cut through a Type 62 frontally. And on this session especially, I just seem to keep getting those stupid RNG rounds basically. 211 on the back of a T25-2. I'm going to miss a few shots as well, or try to get this one and feather that one in on the IS. No, it doesn't go in. Can I reload quick enough? You can see the burst capability and the reload in between shots is not too bad. But you do get shot through the front of the tank fairly easy. You don't have any armor, but if you can sit behind out like this is going to be fun. T26 E4s. Run away from them if you're trying to face them frontally. You have no chance of penetrating them because they have a lot of good armor, and you have heat for a premium round. 230, 26. Yeah, that's a good one. 230. Thank you, RNG. But I digress. If you run up against a T26 E4 frontally, run away from them. You've got AP with just bad pan for its standard run, and you do pack heat for a premium round. And that means that you will have problems against the front of a T26 E4. You won't have any problems against the back, especially if they catch fire, put another shot in, 140, we can do this, there we go. And the aim time on the gun, it's not that bad. It really isn't bad. And this is the type of gameplay that any autoloader is really happy to see, and especially a fairly crappy autoloader like the T69. That's a high roll, 281. I think that's my max high roll actually, 281. You don't get the kill unfortunately, and I'm hoping to just farm this last tank alive, which is the Tiger 2. That's why I'm saying negative. Guys, I want to get the damage. I got 3.4k done. Can we get the last kill? Ninja! Hoo-ha! Got off. Oh, fine, there's another target. It was an American tank. Sorry about that. 7-1 win. Why was this such an easy win? Well, we had the open area. We managed to kill isolated tanks. There was a tank going into the cap area. And I was aggressive, spotting up, hence grabbing that high caliber metal as well. And only 2 shots missed, which is good for me. I'm improving my aim, trying to improve that. I aim to improve my aim. And then I went on to Canyon. And you may have seen this one already, so you will know the result. It was featured on Meadsy's replays of the week last weekend. Now this is the T69 in a good position. The T69 in its element. I'm again going forward fairly aggressively. I would not recommend to do this in a tier 9 battle. Really just don't. If you do get shot by an Object 704 or a T30, which do good rolls, if they do 640 or an average roll, you will get hammered, and if they get high rolls, you might even be down in 2 shots with only 1400 hit points. But if you can keep spotting up like this, then it is a good tank. And my team is going towards the C area. It is an encounter battle, and I wanted to get this middle position. And as said on, I think, one of the German Week episodes with the RU251, if you don't have any spotters here, if you don't have control of this area, then just just kind of give up. Can't get that one in. Do get 2 bounces, thank you very much, that's good. 200 and 225, that means that the RU251 is somewhere over there, and the other one is, I'm not sure, 200. Well, that's a tier 7 or an 8 medium tank, basically. Let's see what we can do here. Can we shoot that tank? No, not available. Next one. Oh, hello, SU. Look at the aim time. That's good enough. We can feather that one in. First tank down. And I'm backing up into this little depression over here. I've got cover on my right. I'm reloading, as you can see. And the reload for the clip itself, it's not too bad. If you know the approaches on the map, then you can do well. And because you are an autoloader, you can shoot a tank and then track him again. And track him again and try to make him miss and track him again. That's a full clip. Lovely stuff. 675 average. I haven't kept track of my total for that clip, but it was a good one. And the tiger misses. Trying to go for the cupola on top. Does it work? No, I missed the shot. 1 shot into his track. There we go. Another one on top, and then the VK will finish off. Thank you very much. Get a bit of assistance damage as well. And as you can see, I'm sitting here and I'm in the farm position, because you can farm over here. But if you are an isolated tank, an isolated T69, you have to keep an eye out on the minimap as well. And I know that RU is over there. I'm switching to heat to go through the front of that Lurber, and this is already hit point management. I wanted to get him down to about 600, 544, really good. That means that I can clip him. That Emil, I can't get that shot in. No, I'm not even reloaded. Oh, don't shoot me up the ass with HE. Right, that's one. HE on the tracks, that's annoying. Get shot again from the front, running away. Want to get a shot into the Lurber, don't track him in place, and then just pass behind him. Oh, this is a bad idea. He misses. Thank you. Thank you. And the RU makes a classic mistake of thinking, right, that's a tier 8 heavy, that's a Lurber. He can probably take out the T69, and he didn't. The Lurber kept me alive. Probably not what he wanted to do. I'm saving this shot. On the rock, I'm not saving this shot. I'm going to go forward. Wait a bit, wait a bit. Lurber can't shoot me. No, Lurber can't shoot me. Going forward again. Where is the Emil? He killed someone and I kill him now. Back in return. And I'm reloading straight away. I'm not spotted. At least I don't see a light bulb. That might well be that I was spotted all the time. But the Lurber is here and I have no hesitation switching to heat. Can shoot through the front of his tank, through the front of his turret, and then bounce the shot. And the kill shot goes through the front plate. Thank you very much. And here is when I started thinking, right, 3.2k damage. That is the RU251 rolling in. There's a T44 somewhere down below as well. If I just stay here, I'm probably safe from harm. I can shoot him once. Yes, there we go. Another HE missed. Go forward. Get a bounce on the front. Back to AP. I'm not wasting any more of my HE shells. And I know how much time it takes for him to go in over here and then come towards me. So I'll go forward, use the gun depression and reload it just in time. Once, twice, there we go. And 3 times a kill shot for just above, or well above 4,206 damage. And this one secured me the ace game. So what I then decided to do after this game, I've got this one, ace game, top gun, high caliber, one tank killed completely on my own, which was actually the RU-251 who kept me alive. Namaste, thank you very much. I decided to sell this tank. So, yeah. But if you still need to play this tank, here's my advice, a quick summary. It's a typical US tank in terms of mobility and gun. It's an autoloader, so it has got some burst capability with quite good aim time actually, but the penetration, it is on the low side, so be a sneaky bugger, let your team bleed for you so you can mop up in the end game. My name is martindogger, thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking!